Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Day number 20, and we were discussing about the CMDB. Okay, so tell me now, what's the difference between CI and asset? Tell me.
Asset which holds a financial value. CA is not necessary to have the financial value.
Hmm. Yashaswini saw my previous videos.
No, I searched it other.
Okay, good. What other stuff which make these two things different? So this is the biggest difference that an asset hold the financial bindings. CI did not hold the financial bindings. Let's give an example. So yesterday we were discussing that Urupa has a car in the parking. So when they purchase, they say it is my car. In case they need to be sell it out, they will get the money back. Number one. Number two, this asset has a life. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. This asset has a depreciation as well. Every year 5% depreciation or 2% depreciation or 3% depreciation, 10% depreciation is there. A CI is when it become a CI till the time that car is parked in the parking is an asset. But when they start using this car to go to shopping mall, to movies, to room here and there for a long drive, then it become a CI. Because what the CI says, I am a component which help you to provide the services to the customers. Okay. So as I said, when that car is in parking, it's an asset. As soon as that car go to garage, it become a CI because you start reporting the issues. Accelerator is not working, gearbox is not working, it's taking too much time to be start on, having a lot of noise and everything. Okay, then it's become a CI and we raise an incident on the CI. We raise a problem on the CI. We raise a change on the CI. Never ever on the asset. Asset is your hardware. CI doesn't matter. CI does not matter. So now let's discuss about this fundamental here. So yesterday we created our CI, right? LNG. So a CI can have an asset tag. So what service now say? Whenever you need to be create assets, better create the CI first and asset will be get created automatically for that particular CI, but it depend on the class of a CI. ऐसा नहीं है, it's not like that कि service now differentiate if the asset is a hardware. So if you go back here, let me show you something here. And let's open the table called ALM underscore hardware. ये देखो किस टेबल से एक्सटेंड हुई है, एसेट टेबल से. सॉरी, और एसेट टेबल किससे एक्सटेंड हुई है, asset task is from the task नहीं एसेट टेबल नहीं, एसेट आई नीड टू फाइंड आउट द एक्चुअल ALM underscore assets वाली। ये देखो ये किसी से एक्सटेंड नहीं हुई है, बट इसका ओरिजिन कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ? इट इज, दिस इज कॉल्ड द कैटेगरीज। If you go back here in the CI class manager, let me show you. This is important for understanding us, for our understanding. CI class manager, and now service now differentiated little bit more. देखो कहां से शुरू है सबसे पहले, if you search for the computer hardware, this is one of the parameter which tell that do I need to be create a asset for the CI or not. Plus, I'm again repeating my words, it is not necessary that for every hardware asset, sorry, every hardware there is a asset. Now take example of Microsoft. What Microsoft built? Servers, very good. MS Office, MS Team, or let's say change the example. A lot of us invest in the shares, mutual funds. Can you see that mutual funds? Can you see that shares? But when you prepare your books, I'm a BCom student. Taxation, accounting is sometime it was my core areas. But when you purchase, when you do your balance sheets, what you say? Shares are my assets. But it's not a hardware. It's a kind of a software. But then I'm saying, still I'm saying it's my assets. So ServiceNow say, as of now, in the CMDB perspective, I am just considering hardware as a category to create the assets. But not every CI class is getting created in the asset table. This is what the still question pending for you guys to find out. And now ServiceNow introduce a product called the ITAM, hardware and software. We call as a HAM and SAM. This is called with the concept called HAM and SAM. Hardware asset management, software asset management, life cycle. This is one of the topic, one of the module or one of the course I'm looking to start might be mid next year. Okay. So now let's come back on this particular part. So our asset get created. Now let's understand these three things. क्योंकि ये core है. अब, so what I said, every asset has a different, sorry, every CI has a different attributes. अब देखो, computer is what? Laptop what we have. A laptop have a OS domain, operating system, OS version, DNS, disk, description, CPU type, CPU manufacturer, RAM, everything is there. This is what our laptop contains. A car, a computer peripherals, your keyboard, your mouse. When you work in a company and you join new, you get a laptop, but you get a keyboard. Like now we are working from home, and to set up the work from home, we got a this thing monitor, we got an extra keyboard, we got a mouse as well. Monitor and laptop has a asset tags, but mouse and keyboards are not having any asset tag because these are the peripherals. Even though now you can say अतुल ये तो गलत बात है तो हार्डवेयर ही है हार्डवेयर, but it is a type of, it's a different class because you can't keep asset these mouse asset records. Hum mouse, when you go to the IT department, they say okay, take this mouse, and they just put entry as a 1. But ever they say that take this laptop, no, they make a complete entry. Asset tags is असाइन किसको है, ऑन कौन कर रहा है, लैपटॉप्स का स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, मॉडल क्या है, स्क्रीन क्या है, एवरीथिंग। ठीक है। नाउ व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू बी डिस्कस हियर दैट हाउ these 3 or 4 fields work on the asset. Okay. Number one, there are few fields which is common in asset and CI. Same example, car, which Kurupa has. Either you say if it is in a parking, then also it is in a red color. If you are driving it for the on the highway, still it is a red color. If it is stand in the parking, it has a 5 gears. If you are using or driving it on the road, it still have a 5 gears, right? So few fields are common, not every field, not all the fields. Few fields are common between asset and a CI. Shakif is not able to join. Wait. Calling Shakif. Allowing link, that's fine. Okay. Wait, guys, he just pinged me separately. ठीक है, चलो. He will join now. Thanks, Ishasuni. Okay, so now we are saying that there are few fields which are common in CI and a asset. Like C yesterday, we saw yesterday. I change assigned to get change here. But where this configuration has been mentioned. In CMDB, we have 3 tables called the mapping. And these 3 tables are core area here. Why people are facing issue?
Yes, Paul.
ठीक है. Okay, so now we're seeing that here a table. यहाँ पे sorry. These 3 tables. Asset CI field mapping, install status, and hardware. Okay. Just keep an eye on the chat if anybody facing issue. This is the first field, sorry, a first table which says that what are the fields which is common in computer in asset and the CI, and if we change anything in one place will impact the other as well. जैसे 29 fields are given. Support group serial number. Let's change the serial number to 1 2 3 4 5 6 and save. Go to assets. Number change. Let me change from here 5 6 7 8 2 3. Has been changed. What other things? Model, vendor, sys ID, PO number, support group, asset tags. These are the fields. If you change in any of the place, will get changed in the other place as well. But how this happen? Something should run in the background. This is homework for today. Who will take the homework today? Promise, take the homework for today and put in the group later on. You have to find out when I'm changing this field, either in asset or CI, what logic runs in the background which sync these two records, which sync these two records. You have to find out that logic. I have no idea that what that logic. It's a flow, it's a catalog item, it's a script, it's a business rule, it's a form, it's a value. What is running in the background which syncing these two records? Okay. Now, this is easy to do. Now let's come on this particular part. It's called the operational status. This is important to understand one thing. This operational status is about the CI. क्योंकि what is the next table name is asset and CI install status. वो इसकी बात कर रहा है, इसकी बात नहीं कर रहा. And that is the reason ServiceNow not recommend to use these three status in a CI at a one go. They say either use, mainly we use operational status only on the CI level, and we use install status at the asset level. क्या मतलब है इनका? The car which you're using to do your work, is it operational? I'm saying the car you are using. I'm not saying that car is in the parking. The car you're using at point of time, is it operational, non-operational, in mechanic place? नहीं, standby है. If need, we'll take this. Ready to go or retired. Let's change the status here. Repair in progress and save. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा. Let's change here. In stock. Pending install and save. स्टॉक में तो स्टॉक रूम पूछेगा ना वो कहां पर है. ये देखो, इस पे फर्क पड़ा लेकिन इस पे फर्क नहीं पड़ा. So what this means specifically? So ServiceNow say because CI is a component which helping you to provide the service, and don't mix this status about the with the installation status. So is my CI is operational? Yes. If my CA is repair in progress, practically, अगर मेरी car, if my car is in repair is in progress, then how it can be pending install? Possible ही नहीं है. मैंने गाड़ी बुक कर दी, कल आ जाएगी. I book a car, it will come tomorrow. But on the other hand, I'm saying नहीं नहीं नहीं, my car is in the garage. How this possible? Which is creating a confusion altogether. So what ServiceNow say? Don't use these three in a one go. We never use all these three. We use only operational status to know the status of my CI. क्योंकि ये अलग है. This is a separate and this is a separate one. Now, if I change this disposition and save and come here, ना see, ये pending disposal में चला गया. In stock pending disposal. तो how this all this be happening? हो क्या रहा है सारा का सारा? We are changing something here. हार्डवेयर में चेंज कर रहे हैं और वो यहाँ पे इन्फेक्ट कर रहा है. Because my asset is a hardware. And how this is be happening? So one thing is clear. To avoid any confusion, we never ever use these three fields on the CA table. We always use the operational status, which tell me that what is the exact state of my CA at point of time. It is working, non-working, repair है, ready है, या retired है. Then why we are discussing about this? क्योंकि इसका CI, see, car is ultimately asset for you. Right? Car is ultimately asset for you, but car is a CI as well. And car is a hardware as well. Car is a hardware as well. When you put that car in the scrap, तो आपके बोलो भैया लोहा तो it's iron. तब तो आप ये नहीं कहते, then you did not say that it's my car, it is my asset. Then you say it is a hardware, it's a iron. Then you're talking about this thing. When you book that car, it is install status क्या है उसका, stock में है नहीं है. And when you're using that car, that is the operational status. So to track these things, we have a install status जो यहां से impact करता है, और इसकी मैपिंग इस टेबल पर है. Asset CI install status mapping. If you hide this thing, these three fields from the CI form, you all good to go. Okay. Then all good to go. But to understand this concept, we're discussing this record. So now, if you make any change in the asset state, in transit pending disposal, asset state, in transit pending disposal. So my CI will be in stock. और इसका सिंकिंग कैसे है? Asset to CI. Let's save. देखो, in stock, this and disposal. अरे अतुल ये कैसे चेंज हो गया? ये तो है ही नहीं यहाँ पर. How this is getting better? This table has an impact on the asset CI hardware mapping as well. देखो वो यहाँ पे इफेक्ट कर रहा है. But if you make a change from here, stock में है, transit में है, then how it can be repair in progress? Then how my CI can be repair in progress? I book a car, that car is in stock, and on the way to my home, but I'm saying in my car is in the repairing. How this possible? It's not possible, right? So we have to make sure that what is the status of my CI should be accurate. If my asset is not well or not in stock, then I have to be update my CI status as well manually. So if you do these changes, now what it's saying, both. If I move my configuration status pending repair, okay, and put none and save. Go to asset. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है इसको, फर्क पड़ना चाहिए इसको भी. हाँ देखो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. Pending repair, it should be in stock pending repair. But when it is going in the hardware mapping, in stock pending repair करके कुछ है यहाँ पे, और my CI is in the pending repair. Let's see here. In stock pending repair both. In transit pending repair. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा उसको. It means this has no triggers. और यहाँ पे put, now it should be update. Hopefully. देखो अब हो गया in stock available. So this is a confusing part. So the only intention to tell this thing or this point is that we need to be see these two mapping tables are work together. But there is a KB article, knowledge article given by ServiceNow, which you have to find out. Out of these three mappings, 1, 2, and 3 mapping, only 2 will work at a given point of time. Only 2, I'll show this map. Asset CI, install status mapping ServiceNow, KB. I spent a lot of time in this. Not this one. KB example. Let me show. नहीं. So you will find which tell that नहीं, ये तो product documentation, not this one. नहीं, not this one. I'll find out this one. हाँ, ये शायद pending. Yes, this one I'm referring it. But it says install status for the hardware CI, that is pending install, is mapped from asset to CI, but not mapped from SCI to asset, despite the field being commonly used in the hardware CI. Pending install. Hardware to CI, this one. in stock, pending install. वो कह रहा है काम है, फर्क है, fields are there, common है दोनों में, but still it did not reflected properly here. देखो अब इसका स्टेटस तो नहीं डाल के लेके आ रहा है वो, क्यों? So they give us the code, and at last they say one thing, that asset to CI is working fine, good. Asset to hardware is working fine, good. Now we don't have only two tables, we have asset CI and hardware table as well. इन दोनों का सिंक है, asset में CI, इसका और इसका सिंक है. ठीक है, asset to CI, asset to hardware. This thinking is working very much fine, no issues at all. ठीक है, where is the problem? CI to asset. Or hardware to asset, reverse. Out of these two, only one will work at a given point of time, not the both. Either you update something from CI to asset, or either you update something from hardware to asset. तो एक ही काम करेगा, दोनों एक साथ काम नहीं करेंगे. This means this one. Either do CI to asset or asset to hardware. या तो इन दोनों को सिंक कर लो या इन दोनों को सिंक कर लो. But these two will not work at a given point of time. Read this article. In this, you will get that how these fields are getting synchronized. So they're telling you that what you have to be change it. If you want to make sure that asset should take, hardware should take the precedence, then the CI. And it is a known problem recorded service now end. तब से चल, जब से मैं बैचेस रन करूं तब से चली रही है. I can see this. It's my 16th batch. I'm still seeing this problem record. And they're building the solution around this. कुछ clear हुआ? Anything? Anybody? Definitely a lot of doubts, but something is clear or not. You have to be read this article. Do this practical. Bring these three fields, or you can do this in my PDA only. Open these two tables in a go, and then try to make a change. Retired vendor credit, asset and substrate. Retired vendor credit. Save. Retired credit. अरे अब इस पे भी काम हो गया, बताओ. How this possible? Because retired and vendor credits go here. Retired. खाली है तो उसने रिटायर्ड करके छोड़ दिया यहाँ पे. अब these two tables, asset CI and asset CI hardware, work hand in hand. It depends from where you are going to be changed the value of your record. Are you changing it from the CI? Are you changing from the asset? And are you changing the substrate or status? It go check and finally update. अगर यहाँ कोई record नहीं मिलेगा, then it will not update this thing. Now this is the actual status of my operation status of my CI. If you change it here, let's say missing, lost, retired, lost. Missing and lost. Absent, retired and lost. क्योंकि है ही तो रिटायर तो हो ही गई ऑलरेडी. ये भी फर्क पड़ जाता है. लेट्स चेंज दिस ऑपरेशनल स्टेटस टू ऑपरेशनल. कुछ फर्क पड़ेगा? प्रैक्टिकल तो ये ऑपरेशनल स्टेटस ही गलत है. आपका CI इंस्टॉल नहीं है, देन हाउ इट कैन बी ऑपरेशनल? इन यूज एंड नन. क्यों? क्योंकि वी हैव डन दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट. इन यूज एंड नन. क्लियर हुआ कुछ? So this is what we have to understand in the CMDB, that how these assets get created, how this asset need to be maintained. And last in this sequence is called the relationship. Like yesterday I saw when a baby born, everybody start putting the relationship with that baby, right? With that baby. So in the same manner, this is my CI. Did anybody know if you create a CI in the computer class, there is another record get also created? Find out the answer. Or let me change the question. Promise put this question as well. If you create a server CI, it create another record as well. In which table? You have to find out. It is again long discussion happened in my project. And then I learned this thing. Now let's come to the relationships. I want to build a relationship of this computer CI. You can go here, click on this plus icon under related items. I told you, right? ServiceNow provide us the relationship type. When a boy and a girl get married, why they always call husband and wife, not brother or sister? Because this is not the defined relationship. In the same manner, when you open any class, any CI of any class, in good relationship, you will find some suggested relationship that these are the best relationship you can make it. So I want to build a relationship called a depends on parent. And the best it's say you can make it as a computer and computer peripherals as a class. I'll slide this thing. I'm just giving example. And plus. What it's saying, the relation is depends on parent. What this mean? That these are the three CIs which depend on my CI as a parent. Atul, but your CI can be the child as well, right? Yes. So we have to find out the right relationship. Member of. plus. And now you can see my CA is member of these clusters. Then you can save and exit. And now you can see here. Click on this dependency view. Someone called this as a BPM, business process mapping, something like this. So now you can see this. If I have an incident on this CI, then my these all assets, sorry, my these CIs also get impacted. अगर parent ही काम नहीं करेगा, then chances can be child also did not work. But if child is not working, then chances that parent will not work is very less. This is called, यहाँ से आपको relationship मिलते हैं. I'll take you back here. ये देखो. अरे इसमें एक ऑप्शन और था, ये रहा. Split or merge. Downstream and upstream. But अतुल हमने तो सिर्फ ये ऐड किए थे. What we did, we just added this make a relationship. तो ये तो बहुत सारे दिख रहे हैं. ये सब कहाँ से आए? Windows, all this. It is getting their relationship as well. If you open this view map, अब देखो आप कहा हो, हमारे वाला CI कहाँ गया? है ही नहीं इसमें. देखो इसका तो एक्चुअली है ना, यहाँ से शुरू, फिर ये और ये, all these things will be there. So being a consultant, and this is what upstream and downstream, this, by seeing this, we can identify, we can find out that if I'm raising a change, I'm raising an incident on a specific CI, then how it is going to be impact everybody till the bottom level. And now they introduce the concept of the services as well. Being a consultant of the CMDB, it is important for us to find out, to know from the customer that how a CI is related with the other CI. What is the difference between marriage and a civil relationship? What is the difference between service, marriage and the living relationship? How the people are related with each other. This is what it's all about, the relationships here. We need to build this relationship. But ऐसा नहीं कहीं से भी कुछ ही बना दो. So if you see here, click on the plus. Atul, I want to be hide this. Okay, हटा दो मुझे. That's fine. Sorry, not this one. I want to build a different relationship. Okay, देखो कितने सारे हैं. Used by. Okay, ऐसे कर लो बस. If you're happy, used by. Click on the plus. This is the parent and this child is used by these parents. It is very important to make sure that we pick up the right relationship type. A wrong relationship type will get a lot of problem. अब देखो, you can change the type as well. Horizontal, vertical, radical, force, group, like this. But ultimate intention is that to know that how my CI are related with other CIs. और ये कहाँ से आ रहा है relationship type? It is coming from the CI class manager. Here when we find out the suggested relationship. ये देखो standard relationships ये होने चाहिए. This topic, the CMDB topic is very important to understand from the core level. It's not like थोड़ा सा देखा और हो गया. No, it's not like that. Why? How this CI is related with other CI? Is it the right relationship or not? If it's a wrong relationship, it will create a problem when you are going to be raise an incident on that particular part, change on that particular CI. Clear, everybody? Doubt, question, clarification. Go ahead, Akash. Akshay. Bolo Akshay, your question. Okay, might be by mistake you raise a hand. Okay. Now I'll not proceed to the next topic of the CSGM. That is little top half an hour topic. We'll start it from tomorrow, but I'll give a very basic and easy topic. Let's say Josna is going on a vacation for a month. ये होता है, ठीक है? And she is holding a very good position in the company, or she is like a change manager. She need to be approved changes on the weekly basis, on the daily basis. Now, if she go on leave, if it is a planned leave, I can't change the workflow only for her. That Josna is going on leave, let's remove Josna name and add someone else name. Okay, it's not possible because flows are standard. Then what to do? Who will approve on Josna behalf? Because in the non-production, you can impersonate, but in the production, you can't impersonate. Or that's not a logical point. Security constraints as well. Then what to do? Then ServiceNow introduced a concept called the delegation. Delegate kar do. How the delegation work? So to do the delegation, what she need to be do? She need to go to service portal and she need to be raise a request. Arey baap re. Delegation. Set a direct. Yes. This thing. Who want to do? Let's say I'm doing on behalf of Josna. Oh, I can't do it. You all are the admin, so I can't do on your behalf. So let me do on my behalf. This is me to whom I want to be delegate. I want to delegate to Kevin 8. When it will start? From tomorrow. When it will be end? On 14th. What Kevin can do in my absence to the records which is assigned to my name. देखो, delegation doesn't mean that record are starting assigning to Kevin. No. Delegation means Kevin can approve on my behalf. नाम Kevin का ही show होगा. It will still show the Kevin in the approvals. But only thing is that he will get a license temporary and he can approve on my behalf. Okay, I'm on the leave. And what he can do, if I take approvals, it means he can approve all the requests, all the changes which is coming to me, he can approve all. If any task which is assigned to me can be assigned to Kevin as well, even though he is not the part of that group, but still it can be assigned because he's a delegated one. He will receive all the notification which is coming to me. And he will get all the meeting invites which is coming to me, which is already came to me. It cannot be changed. Delegation work in future, not in the past dates. To be very clear. To be very clear, delegation work in future dates, not in the past date. And now when you click on submit, delegation has been done. How it's look like in the background? Come here and search for the delegation. You can see here. Delegates ढूंढते हैं. Yes, delegates. देखो, ये रिकॉर्ड अभी बना है. So now from tomorrow, Kevin can do all these things on my behalf. He can approve. The incidents can be assigned, the change can be assigned, the request can be assigned, the knowledge article can be assigned to Kevin on my behalf. He will receive all the notification which I am receiving it. And he will receive all the email, all the meeting invites as well. This is what the delegation do. Atul, why we need this point in our training? Because your customer asked this thing. I worked for a client. Approximately, it's like 6 years back, 5 to 6 years back. They were the setting up the capex and opex. खर्चा जो होता है बड़े बड़े. It's not like 100, 200. It's like a millions वाला जो होता है. Now think for a person who is working in a company at the MD level. And he has the authority to approve a budget up to 10 lakh. What it says, this is what the client requirement. Client says that up to 6 lakh, I don't want to be approved. I want my junior can approve on my behalf. But if any amount other than more than 6 lakh to 10 lakh, I should approve. This is what the delegate says, right? Delegation means if you want to move in your career, in your office, in your professional journey, then you have to delegate the work. This is what I'm doing. Earlier, I write the question in the WhatsApp group. Now I'm delegating this work to my participants. Okay, this is your homework. Put it in the group. At least in the whole training, one day that person listen everything very carefully because you have to take the questions. I'm delegating it so that my work can be easy. But if something which I think I have to be share, I said, okay, guys, I'll share it in the group. This is the concept of the delegation. So delegation can be used even though I'm not out of office. I'm still office, but I want these requests can be approved by this person on my behalf. By doing this delegation, you are giving access to Kevin to all the records which is coming to me, incident change, problem request, knowledge, everything. But I don't want this. I want Kevin only should able to approve changes on my behalf, not the request. But यहाँ पे तो कोई टेबल का ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. Did you find any table which says on which table you want to be delegate? No option at all. Then what to do? It's possible. It's a possible case. Josna is working on the high level position. She want that okay, all the requests which came, all the changes which came should be approved by the Kurupa. I am delegating to her. But all the requests should be approved by me only. By this option, you're giving access everything to the Kurupa or Kevin. This is another plugin came. And that is called granular delegation. Promise, put this question in today's homework. Install that plugin in your PDIs. How to install? Go here, plugins, and search for the granular, right? Granular delegation. You will get one. This one. Pick up this one. Nothing to be worried. We have a complete topic in our discussion plugin. Go install, click demo data. And create one delegation by using this. And then share your feedback. It will take 5 minutes maximum to get installed. This particular plugin will stop. Not stop, this particular plugin will restrict that on which table you want to delegate, on which table you don't want to delegate to that particular user. Give a try. And you will understand the difference. Any question, doubt, clarification? Good. Let me stop recording and take a quick attendance now.